I'm Stacy with Citizens for Waguespack, and it is so good to see each and every one of you here tonight. Thank you very much. This is a wonderful turnout. And first and foremost, I would love us to give a big round of applause to Schubas. Chris Schuba is here. And all the staff. Is that good? They've been so kind to us. I came to them with a very meager budget. As you can tell, there's no caviar or shrimp on the table. And they really helped us out getting beer and wine donated tonight, donated the space. And so please check them out on Schubas.com. Come to a concert. They're actually having one at 9 o'clock here down the hall. Feel free to peek in if there's not a sound check. So thanks to them. Thanks to everyone here. We know times are tough. We know, whether you have a small business or, a small family, everyone is pinching their pennies right now. So this is so appreciative that you're giving your money to Scott tonight. And I want to let you know a little bit, where some of that money is going. It's not all going to his war chest or campaign fund. He gives about $30,000 annually back into the 32nd Ward. And that's going to schools, potholes, park cleanup, street team led by Steve right here in the middle. It's going out and picking up, illegal signs and taking care of graffiti. So thank you, and because of that, Scott's going to be able to keep out and keep doing all the good work that he is. And I'm going to bring him down now. Maybe we'll move the crowd. Will you please welcome the Waguespack up here?
Stand up. Climb on up. Sorry to ruin your chairs. Don't have high heels on, so that's good. Wow, what a crowd tonight. Thank you everyone for coming out. This is fantastic. I see a lot of familiar faces, a lot of new faces, and really appreciate everyone taking the time to come up to the north side here to Schubas and enjoy a little bit of libations and some food and friendship here. As you can see, there's a lot of local businesses, a lot of residents here tonight, and I think it says a lot for the different type of people here tonight about the way we operate in the ward or try to operate, and just showing collaboration between the different communities here. I've looked around the room and I see members of 15 different community groups, 2 or 3 of the chambers of commerce, and many other organizations here. So I appreciate everybody coming out tonight. As a lot of you have heard, we just voted on the budget. And for the last few weeks, I don't know if there were any other aldermen that showed up tonight. There's some other staffers from the different offices, Alderman Arena, Alderman Sposato. There were a couple aldermen who kind of were with me literally late last night till 1:30 in the morning. And then up again at about 6 a.m. on the phone or just talking about how we were going to vote on this budget. And as a lot of you know, I wasn't always in agreement with Mayor Daley. He got the better of me though because he's working over at Harvard. So I think, or somebody said he was in Iowa tonight giving a speech to the Democratic Party there. But either way, I'm glad he's doing fun stuff. I hope he left the security detail behind. But we had a lot of tough times as we were moving into difficult economic times with Mayor Daley. There wasn't always a lot of transparency. Remember the parking meter deal? There was no transparency, and see where we ended up on that. As I was just mentioning to a couple people, we have speed cameras coming. So, that's going to be another fun vote. But I think, looking at the way Mayor Emanuel has done things over the last few months, even with him, I haven't been in total agreement, but that's part of the democratic process. That's part of being able to stand up in the city council and work through a lot of your issues that you might have. Some of you might have heard about some of the great things in the budget. We got rid of the head tax, or we're phasing it out. One bad thing, we might be getting rid of the condo rebate, or refuse rebate, which hurts a lot of people who own condos as we phase that out. Mental health centers are closing, which means that a lot of people have the potential to be out on the street or show up in our office and ask for assistance that they might not have had to do in the past. The libraries were cut pretty severely at the beginning, but that's one area that the mayor came back to the table and compromised with us. And if you had heard about the letter that we put together, Bob and Jerry, who are in the back there, they deserve a lot of kudos. They work for Alderman Sposato and Alderman Arena, 2 freshman aldermen. And they've been working very hard with some of the sophomore group and the ancient ones as well to sit. That was just a. That's for the guys who've been there 40 years and above. Right. Longer than I've been born. But the camaraderie that we've seen in the city council over the last few months and the working relationship that we have stretched out to the mayor's office as well. And up until a couple days ago, we were forcing the budget chairman to run up and down flights of stairs to go take our proposals back to the mayor. And it got pretty heated. And that was the first time it was a two-way argument, where we were going up and saying, this isn't good enough for our constituents, it's not good enough for our businesses. We put together a letter, thanks to those 2 back there, that basically said this isn't good enough for the citizens of the city. 28 aldermen signed it. And that was pretty amazing, because as many of you know, I don't think we've had 28 aldermen disagree on something since Verdoliak's time. So it wasn't as bad as those days. It was it was informal, but it was very cordial as well. And I know that some people took it the wrong way in the mayor's office, but it was our way of saying, we want you to sit down at the table. We want you to work with us. We want you to make sure that you do everything possible to make the difficult changes and move this city forward in a way that it hasn't happened in many years. But keep in mind the people who are less fortunate than a lot of us. And those are the people that you see out on the street every day, the people that are showing up at the library, using the computers to look for a job. The kids, 70% on average, who come to our ward and go to our schools because their schools in other neighborhoods aren't safe. 70% of the kids going to our elementary schools here in the 32nd Ward are from other parts of the city. And if you look at the way our schools have improved here in the ward over the last few years, it's phenomenal. 2 of the schools that were set for closing a couple of years ago that we saved with the help of a lot of parents and a lot of businesses who've invested a lot of time and effort into those schools have completely turned around. They have new leadership, they have more kids staying in the neighborhood, going to those schools, and looking at Lakeview High School, another area that we've worked very hard on to change the direction of that school so that kids, especially in this neighborhood, who might not have an opportunity to go to a local high school, now look at that and say, the millions of dollars that we've invested, the new principal, the new LSC, the millions of dollars that we're going to put into science, technology, and math, that will put these kids in this neighborhood on a playing field that's a level above a lot of other schools that can compete with places like China, places in Europe, and other countries that we haven't had that competition with in a long time. So I think we're moving in the right direction. We have a lot more work to do. As I told the mayor this morning, he actually thought that I was going to vote no on the budget, and until he walked up to me and I said, no, I'm with you. I'm with you on this one, but we've got a lot of work to do. We're going to have disagreements in the future. There's going to be a lot of no votes over the next 4 years. But the one thing I wanted him to know was that the people in this community support change. The businesses in this community support change that allows them to have a better bottom line because it benefits all of us. So I appreciate every ounce of energy that you've put into my candidacy over the last few years and the work that we've done. I want to make sure that we do the right thing by each of you, and always know that my door is always, always open, no matter what. You should never, and Elizabeth will tell you over there in the corner, there's if you haven't met Elizabeth, that's And yeah, she's not shy. I think the rest of my staff is here, Carrie and Paul. And I just want everybody to enjoy the evening, reach out, meet your friends, meet new friends, and I, again, appreciate every ounce of energy that you've put into supporting me and the staff and the work that we do. And I'm glad you're all here, and I want us to do the best for you. So enjoy the evening, and I think we're going to go back to a little music. But again, thanks for everything. I can't say that enough, because when I look around the room and I see the people who continue to support me, it means a lot to me. It means a lot to my family, and my wife Jade, where's she at? She's standing under my niece, who will probably surpass her in height pretty quickly. And I was getting to that. And I might as well say it here, because a lot of people have been asking. We are expecting in February. So, Jade, you can come up if you want. But it's been a very high pressure last few years. So all the work and effort that you've done for me in every different way has made my life easier over the last 4 years. And now, hopefully, I'll have a little time for my family, especially in February. So thank you very much for everyone being here. Enjoy the